Most people don't still wear their Pokewalkers. Do you remember them? The cute little pedometers that came with Pokemon Hearts, Gold and Soul Silver that looked like a little Pokeball? I hear some geeks bought an extra 5 online and walked around with them on their belts, pretending that they were real trainers. It was cute, to say the least. It was a fun way to get free items and rare Pokemon. But then people got bored of them, and the unfortunate, innate embarrassment that comes with being a Pokemon fan in public these days set in, and now they're sitting in most people's desk drawers or game bags somewhere. I kept wearing mine, though, because the novelty never really wore off for me. I especially loved the path called Night Sky Edge, which I don't know when it turned up, but I think it might have been after I traded for a Japanese Celebi over at the GTS. Hoping it would be an event Celebi and I could battle Giovanni. It wasn't. So sadly, nothing happened in the Ilex forest. But I did get a cool path out of it, laden with stardust and moonstones, and a new item called the Rare Bone. I'd never seen it before, but I grew quickly fond of it, and the $5,000 that the Pokemarts would pay for it. I was so happy when the Mew event happened. Mew had been one of my favorites, and I felt that it was the true, ultimate, legendary, the original, the rarest, and the best. I loved it. I put it straight onto my Pokewalker so that I could always walk around with it. Unlike other Pokemon, I didn't have to worry about missing moves by leveling it up on the Pokewalker, since of course Mew can learn every TM and HM, so I could just give it an epic moveset at any time of my choosing. For now, I just enjoyed walking around with my Mew in my pocket. As it happened, my brother was one of those who didn't carry his Pokewalker anymore, so he let me keep it to mystery gift every day for extra stuff. He seemed to have forgotten that he left his Arceus on it, but since he wasn't even playing the game anymore, it would probably be forever until he'd notice. I just thought it was cute that Arceus and Mew were playing together, two of the most powerful Pokemon in existence. It was adorable. I really should have read the message on screen a little closer. The first time, I got a rare bone. Great. More money. I was gearing up to climb Mount Silver and I needed all the items my TARDIS-like bag could carry. Next day I got another. And another. I figured that rare Pokemon would give rarest items. After a few days, I got a new item. Rare Skull. That was new. I went into my item pocket and the man at the Pokemon offered me $10,000 for it. I'm a bit of a magpie, so I kept it and decided that I'd get another. Then I would sell it. I didn't get a rare skull the next day, or just a rare bone. I got a rare spine. And I was starting to get creeped out. So the next day, rather than absent-mindedly clicking buttons, I closely watched the screens of the Pokewalker. Normally, it says things like, went for a walk or played a game, but the message that came up on my Pokewalker was chilling. Arceus is nothing, and Mew will prove it. On the screen of my brother's Pokewalker, I wish I'd paid attention before. I wish, but now there's nothing but a jumble of bones, and spilling out of them, no longer contained, were shapes that my eyes skipped over, refusing to let me dwell on them. I'd never seen such detail in a relatively simple little Pokewalker sprite. Mew brought me a rare hide. It was white. Not wanting to tell my brother that my Mew had killed his Arceus, I quickly borrowed his copy of Soul Silver and tried to return Arceus to it. But when I tried, the game said that the Pokewalker was empty. There was nothing there. Arceus was nothing. I tried to return Mew to my game, something I hadn't done for weeks, maybe months, but I'd only ever taken items back. Mew, it refused. Mew won't go back to the PC box. Mew doesn't want to be forgotten again. Mew wants to stay with you. Mew is the strongest. Mew wants to show the world. Mew will keep bringing you gifts. Mew will make you a master. Will you help, Mew? There was a yes or no option. I didn't choose either. I barely saw the selection box. I switched off my DS and I threw away the Pokewalker. I hid the game at the bottom of my drawer and I didn't go back to it for months. I went straight to new game and I didn't care that I missed the end of the Mew event and wouldn't be able to get another without trading. I regret my actions now. I shouldn't have thrown the Pokewalker away. Mew had once been so proud, so special, and then we all threw it away for a shiny new Pokemon. We'd abandoned it. We twisted it, and now, just when it thought that it had found a trainer who remembered how special it was, I had abandoned it again. I just hope that the Pokewalker is destroyed in a dump somewhere. It must have hated Arceus who took its place at first. And now, it must hate me as well.